Hey everybody, what's up? I made this a few years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, and it still works to this day. And what it is, it's just you got a lid on it, and you got this sponge with make a seal on it, and it holds my bucket. See? And you put hot water in here, and it keeps it warm all day. Actually, the other day, I didn't use it because I was on a different machine, and I put water on it, water in it around 6 o'clock, 6:30. 24 hours later, it was still warm. It's spray foam around a bucket. And what I did is I put a bucket in there in a bag with screws on the bottom to keep it so far off. I sprayed some foam in there, put the bag in there with the bucket, then sprayed around it. And then I took the bucket out, and I made some adjustments, cut away from foam and stuff, to keep the water warm all day. So what I want to do is do something different. I want to make a bigger one with a box inside of it that holds the bucket with no insulation like foam or anything like that. So there's going to be a big box, another box inside. With that would be the bucket. Then in the void that I have between the boxes, I'm going to put regular fiberglass insulation and put a lid on it and see if it actually works. Because if it does, I'm gonna make them for other people's machines, and they can have warm water instead of taking a bucket of water up every 2 hours to get warm water. They can keep it there all day, and boom, at the end of the day, dump it out, or next day get some new water. So let's get going. Well, I went and got a bunch of this OSB. You call it OSB, oriented strand board, particle board, whatever you want to call it. And we throw this stuff away all the time. We don't need it, but except for like little projects like that, this I'm doing, we'll store some pieces just for this. So I got a bunch of pieces. Let's measure them out and cut them to the size that I need. First, I'm going to make the small box, and then we'll try to get as many pieces out of each sheet as we can, so I don't have to make more trips to go get more of this stuff. Well, after a lot of cutting, measuring and cutting, I got the pieces cut. So all I have to do now is assemble them. And we'll get onto that next. I'm going to use corner braces, like little pieces of wood to fasten it to, so let's get on with that. Well, I got it all done. I put the corner posts and everything. I screwed it all together. This one's slightly smaller, done the same way. So now I'm going to put that one inside of this one, and we'll put some insulation on the bottom, and then put this one down on there and screw it to those boards. Well, I went and got a piece of the insulation from up out of the ceiling that was hanging down a little bit, and I put it on the bottom, and I screwed it all in, and if I need more, I'll go get some more. So I'm tucking it in around the corners now, around the sides now. Well, it's all packed in there. You don't want to pack in insulation tight. You want to leave it fluffy. I should have probably left the foil backing on it, but it's done. Now I want to make a lid that goes from here, that fills this in all the way around. That's why I left those down a little bit. So I'll screw it to these corner posts. So let's get on to that. So now I got this board put in here. It's the same size as the inside of the box. Now I'm going to take this hole saw, cut a hole in there, and I put a pencil up on there and inside, and then cut a square out so it'll be just a lip all the way around it. Well, I got it down in there. It just pops right in. And now I just have to put screws in each corner just to hold it in place, and then we'll go from there. Well, I got this. This is the best idea I can come up with, because I had a couple pieces of sponge, but they weren't that big. So I was like, well, to heck with it. I'll just use bags inside of bags and put screws around there, and then put the hinges on it and put it on top, and it should fill in that whole circle and then keep it in the bucket. So we'll give it a shot. Mount it up. Well, it's all installed. Let's flip it over, and it's down a little bit, and it should cover it up. So let's put in a bucket of hot water and see how long it stays hot. Well, here we go. I guess I'll check it in 8 hours and see what we got. Well, it's the end of the day. Let's try it out. Let me see. Still warm. It's probably like piss warm, but it still works pretty good. Not bad. Any water go down around, yeah, it'll get a little bit wet, but it seals it. You can
I think it does a pretty good job. So now just take it to her machine and set it up, and should be good to go.